Hey there, Sean Terry here from flip2freedom.com, and I assume that you are hitting this page because you want to learn how to get rich wholesaling houses. Now, if you do, there are three critical numbers that you must know to be able to go out and make a fortune in real estate. And I tell you, if you don't know them, you could actually literally go bust. All right, you are absolutely going to love this. This is my revenue matrix, and I have one here, basically one spreadsheet if you have a team of people, like an outside sales, inside sales, lead manager, and then I also have one if you are a solopreneur, just doing deals. You don't have a team yet. So let me go through this. See if you put in your annual revenue. So let's say we're going to do 100,000 in revenue. What happens? This shows us that we have a weekly revenue and we've got to do 9 deals, assuming our average profit deal is 11,000. Now, we talked about previously the key performance indicators, and these are the major key performance indicators that will make a dramatic difference to your bottom line. First off, and these are all the yellow cells are cells you can edit. So here, check this out. You got 11,115. That was our average deal size for last year. Okay, our average deal size, and we converted 1 out of 24 leads, and our cost per lead was $252, which is high. So, obviously you've got to understand what these numbers are, and I'm going to show you here in a second another spreadsheet to use to be able to track to get these specific numbers. But once you understand the importance of how these numbers will affect your business, then you're really going to want to restart reporting on a weekly basis for sure. So here's the deal. These are my numbers. Let's just go off this. So if you want to do $100,000 in revenue, right? You basically need 9 deals at $11,000, right? But you're going to have a $54,000 marketing budget. I mean, that's $54,000. So your total net revenue to you is $45,000, assuming these numbers. Okay. Now your expense ratio is about 54%. Total expenses $54,000, and your ROI is about 84%. So here's the deal, is that let's look at what happens if we start decreasing or increasing these key performance indicators, right? First thing here is, what if we can raise this to $12,000, right? Boom. Oops, or 120,000, that would work, right? So $12,000, okay? And then we keep this at 24, but we drop our cost per lead to say 150. Okay. So now check this out. Now we need 8 deals, right? Average weekly revenue, $30,000 as an annual marketing budget, or $625 a week. Now we pocket $70,000, expense ratio of 30%. Total expense is $30,000 with a 233% ROI. So here's the deal. These numbers will either make or break your business. Now let's take it. Let's go the other way. Let's go 9,000. Right? Jeez, my numbers are too big. And let's say we had, instead of 24, we go 34, and instead of that, we keep the 252. Right? Check this out. $100,000 in revenue. So you think you're making money, right? You got money coming in, you got deals that are closing, you did 11 deals for the year, but you spent $95,000 on marketing. You have a 5% ROI and you make $4,800. So here's the deal. If you're negotiating with a buyer and you got a property under contract and the buyer goes, hey, I know you have it out there for 150, can you take 147? And instead of making 12, 13 grand, you make $9,000. And if you consistently do that, what's it going to do to your bottom line? It's huge. And what if it's going to take you 30 to 40 leads to be able to convert into a deal. Now, I'm doing a webinar coming up here this Thursday, and I'm going to show you exactly how to increase your conversion rate. Okay, I'm going to show you how to increase it, and I'm going to show you how to decrease your cost per lead and increase your average profit size. It's going to be crazy. So here, let's keep playing with this real quick. So now let's say you're back to say $12,000, right? And you're back to 24 leads and you're back to 150, right? So still we get a $30,000 marketing budget where our goal is to make 100,000, right? And you're a solopreneur. Now, here's the interesting fact. All of our deals are coming from paid marketing. The epiphany I had last year is really focusing heavily, not only on the paid marketing efforts, but also self-generated leads. So we have a guy in our office that all he does is target the MLS deals, target Craigslist, target for sale by owners. It's all he targets, right? We have specific scripts for him and systems and all that type of stuff. Then we do JV deals. So we do meetings every single month, bringing all the local investors together, and we work with them to help generate. We teach them, show them what to do, show them how to market and go out and get deals, and they bring the deals back to us, and then we do a joint venture and we split those deals. And we have a referral system set up with our buyers and sellers. So if a buyer comes to us and they have a deal they either purchased and they don't want to fix and flip and they want to wholesale it, we have a program that we can work with them through there so we can generate revenue that way. We can get a deal that way. Also, too, we have a system for sellers. They get thank you cards every single Friday. They get 2 movie tickets, right? And we have a little sheet that we basically incentivize them for every referral that they give us, right? On a deal that we close, we'll give them a 55-inch plasma. Now, here's the deal. If it takes me, right, let's say it is $150 cost per lead, right? So it's $150 cost per lead, right? That's what it costs, right? So 150 times 24 leads, that's $3,600. So that's a $3,600 acquisition cost to get a $12,000 deal. Now, if I can set up a referral system with our sellers and they refer us deals, and I can get a plasma over at Costco for under $800, I'm saving a fortune, which is great, and referral deals are great. So let's start playing around with this. Let's say we get, and we're talking on an annual basis here, we get 3 deals from the self-generated from the MLS, and we get 4 deals from referrals, right? Or let's call it 1, 2, and 1. Okay, so we get 4 deals. So here's the deal. What does that do? It increases our ROI from 233% to 541%. It gives us a net revenue of $84,000, expense ratio of 16%. We got 4 deals coming from paid and 4 deals coming from referral sources, right? And we save $14,400 in marketing. So now this is on a small scale as a solopreneur. Now, this if you're doing 1 or 2, I mean, we're talking doing what? 4, 8 deals a year. That's not a lot. Imagine when you're doing 300, 400 deals a year, what this does to your bottom line. Now, obviously, you have to have a team to be able to do that. So let's go into that. Here is the revenue matrix with a team. And these teams, this is basically my team. I have an inside sales rep. They get a 5% commission, and they get 10% commission off JV deals. They get incentivized higher for bringing these type of deals. Outside sales, 10% commission, 15% on self-generated. And lead manager, this is what she makes as a salary and then on a per deal basis. So, our projected revenue this year, our goals this year is to do 5 million, right? Whoops. Should be able to count, right? So 5 million. So that means we're doing 104,000 weekly revenue. Now here's the deal. Imagine if I didn't do any self-generated. If I did no MLS deals, no JV deals, no weekly deals, whatever, no deals from referrals, none of that. I did no self-generated. All I did was paid marketing. I'd be at a 38% ROI. I'd spend 1.3 million, or I'd spend 3.6 million on marketing. And if we did 5 million, I'd only pocket 1.3 million. Well, that's no fun. That's a 72% expense ratio. Okay. So Now, let's say I increase this. Our goal is to increase this to 13,000, right? That's to stay at 24 and bring this to 200. Okay. So now it's still half and half, but that see how that makes a gigantic difference? Look at this. You go back to 11,115, 24, right? And then 252. Look at this. Look at that. 3 million. It's unbelievable what these three numbers do to your bottom line. So let's call it 13,000, 24, and 200. Okay, so this is our goal for the next 12 months. So now if I look at it right here, 104,385 deals, $5 million in revenue at this number right here. Not bad. That's doable. That means we got annual deals, weekly deals, 8, annual leads needed. So we got to get 9,231 leads a year or 2,308 a quarter. Weekly leads needed, we need 192 weekly leads to be able to hit our goal. Okay. And $38,000 a week in marketing budget. Okay. To be able to hit this number based upon if we only talked about marketing to generate deals. So when I sat down and looked at this and I looked at the numbers, I'm going, holy cow, this is insane. It's just insane. An expense ratio half, 50%. So how can I get that down? So I really dove into, okay, MLS generated. What if we're going to do 20 deals MLS generated? JV deals, we're going to do 20, right? And referral deals, now let's say referral deals, we turn and get those and we can get, say, 30 referrals. Actually, here I think we can get more. We can get like 30 because that's where we're actually pushing. JV deals, we can probably get more than that, like 25, 30. Okay. So here's the deal. It's going to save $408,000 in marketing cost, right? And now it's going to bring a 45%. I'm still going to make 2.7 million, 124%. I still don't like that. Okay. I don't like that. That's still numbers are a little skewed for me. So I would want to do more of this. So I'd be pushing to get at least 50 deals. That's 13 a quarter. At least 40 here, and we're talking annually, and then referrals 30. This is a little bit better. It gives me 147% ROI, $3 million almost in my pocket after paying all expenses, 40% expense ratio, total expenses. So where's the expenses? My inside sales guy is making 312, outside sales guy is making 380, and lead manager is making 62,000. Not bad. Not bad. So we got 120 deals from self-generated, 265 from marketing. Now, what if, watch this, what if I can really work hard and get our cost per lead down to 150? Look at that. Holy cow, we go to a 34% expense ratio. 34%. $3.2 million, 193% ROI. That's what it does to the bottom line. It's gigantic. Now, what if we can convert 1 out of 20? Look at this. See, as you play with these numbers, right, and you have a target to focus on, a goal, numbers to focus on, a goal, so you're able to hit, and you manage and track your numbers weekly, it'll give you a gigantic insight. So these are actuals. So in the quarter, what we'll do is we'll hit all of our actuals, and then we can adjust because we do weekly meetings every single Monday at 9:30 to 11:30. Actually 11. And then we do an big annual meeting, and then we do quarterly meetings. And in the quarterly meeting, we go through all of our numbers and figure out how we can get better and how we can hit our goals even better than we're doing. Or if we hit them, everyone's high-fiving, right? So the bottom line is that this is incredible. So here's the deal, is that self-generated deals, okay? Self-generated JV deals. I'm going to talk about all of this in a webinar coming up about specifically how this will affect your business. I'm going to talk about these three numbers and how to manipulate these three numbers to generate more revenue, convert more contracts, and to reduce your cost per lead. We're going to get into that. And these numbers, right, understanding these systems and understanding the marketing will, like I said, either make or break your business. Now check this out. I want to show you something. What if we go down again? If I go down to 9,000 like we did before, and I go down to 35, go up to 35, and I go 252. Look at this. We did $5 million in revenue. $5 million. But after I paid employees, after I paid marketing cost, right? Even with these numbers skewed like that, I'll only make $346,000. And in that case, I might as well just do deals myself, right? I can make $300,000 by myself, easy in a blink of an eye, with no stress of employees. So here's the thing. Now look at that. If you skew one number, what if I go 8,500? Look at that. I make 50 grand. If I go $8,000, I lose money. Not only are we doing 620 deals a year, not only are we doing 120 from self-gen, not only are we doing all that, but I am losing $282,000 because of these three numbers. They are critical. So like I said, when you have a buyer and you have a property out for 150,000, he goes, "Oh, okay, I'll just take it for 147." And you go, "Okay, well, let's just do 147." And you drop it $3,000 instead of 10 or 12 or 13, you make 8. Just remember, this is what it's doing to your bottom line. Okay. So now, how do you track these numbers? Okay, now I'm going to give you the spreadsheet. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. There's a link below. You can click on it, and I will send you an email with the link to download the spreadsheet. Now, here's the deal. This is the scorecard. Now, this is incredibly important too, because what this will do is allow you or your team to track the right numbers. So we've got pipeline revenue, weekly revenue, future weekly revenue. So pipeline revenue is everything you have in the pipeline. Weekly revenue is how much revenue you're going to generate weekly. And what you do is you take this number. This is your weekly goal right here. Weekly goal. That's your weekly goals that goes into that number. There we go. Okay, boom. Then we got future weekly revenue. That's all the deals that are closing the current week, because you're meeting on Monday. So what is closing during the week? Okay, and now here's closings. We got 6 deals closings. Future closing 6. Leads, 250 leads. Postcards mailed a week, 25,000. And this is the goal. And then you report on a weekly basis all these numbers. Okay, and then you've got contacts, let's say 40 people, offers 20, contract accepted 2, sales, appointments, offers, contracts accepted, marketing expense, year-to-date revenue. So all this right here gives you exactly the goal of what you want to target. And then every Monday we meet with our team, like I told you, at 9:30 to 11, and we go through and everybody reports on their numbers, and then it will calculate a cost per lead, right? And you can have your goal cost per lead. You have your cost per lead, your leads per contract. How many leads did you get per contract? And what's your average contract size? And what this will do is it'll all calculate and bring it over in an average amount so you can understand exactly where your business is on a weekly basis. The goal of this scorecard is for you to be able to, if you were sitting on an island in the middle of nowhere. Now, I take off a month and go to my beach house in Southern California, and I want to be able to look at this scorecard every single week and know exactly where I stand in the business based upon cost per lead, what our revenue is, what's closing for the week, what's happening. I can take a screenshot and I can see exactly what is going on. So I'm going to give you this for free as well. Just click the link below. You can download it, and what it will do is it will register you for the webinar that's coming up this Thursday. And then you'll be able, I'll send you a link, an email, so you can download these spreadsheets. They're absolutely phenomenal, and you are definitely going to want them if you want to make the next 12 months absolutely spectacular and really get a grasp on your real estate business. So I will see you on the webinar.